So a federal whistleblower just came forward and revealed how DOGE, with Elon Musk, the Trump administration, may have just created a direct pipeline for data to Russia, with multiple login attempts coming from Russia using correct usernames and passwords moments after DOGE took control of the systems. What followed was even more disturbing: a threatening note and drone photos at the whistleblower's home. Jake Tapper interviewed this guy on CNN. I'm going to show you that interview, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
And Andrew, give us the view, the 30,000-foot view here, because obviously this data could be beneficial to others, either corporations or even a foreign actor with malign intention. How do you know that?
I'd like to step back for a moment and talk about what the larger implication is here. So this is happening at the NLRB, at the National Labor Relations Board. But Dan is brave enough to come forward, and there are others within the government that I've talked to and that we've talked to who have seen something identical as this. There are two data points that I want to point out that should give everybody pause. The first thing, what Dan witnessed, was that within 15 minutes of DOGE employees creating user accounts, i.e. usernames and passwords, within 15 minutes of those accounts being created, somebody or something from Russia tried to log in with the right username and right passwords, that is to say, the right credentials, and that happened over 20 times. The second data point, which is really critical, is that DOGE has also been using Starlink as a means to exfiltrate data. What that means is that, from our understanding, that Russia has a direct pipeline of information through Starlink, which means that anything going through Starlink is going to Russia. We also know that this is not unique to the NLRB. This is happening government-wide. And then the other thing that I wanted to flag for everybody is that right now, and I don't want to say that this is intentional, it could very well have been a mistake, is that critical infrastructure databases in many government agencies, as we understand it, have been exposed to the open internet, which includes critical databases at the Department of Energy, which includes a lot of our nuclear regulatory agency material. So right now, the real concern is that this is not unlike Chernobyl and all of the control panels lighting up after the meltdown. This is serious, and I just want to commend Dan for coming forward to bring this to everybody's attention, because this really is the tip of the iceberg.
Andrew, how can you say, how do you know that somebody was logging in from Russia in that 15-minute period?
Dan actually saw that happen.
Yeah, there's logs and records we keep that show, they geotag based on latitude, longitude, where login's coming from. And we saw blocked ones from Russia using that account.
You also told our producer that shortly after sharing your concerns about a potential breach that you received a threat at your home, including photographs. What did the photographs show? Was there a message?
The message was clear, although poorly constructed. It was to stop looking, stop reporting. The pictures were of me walking my dog from above.
Basically,
a satellite photo?
No, it was actually taken by a drone.
Yeah.
What's really disturbing about all of this is that we had somebody literally either themselves or have somebody go to Dan's home and tape a threatening note, a menacing note, that included a lot of personal information. There was a clear reference to his whistleblowing activities ahead of our filing, and with an image basically threatening him as he's walking his dog. That image was taken via drone. We've taken this very seriously. And by the way, I've done this for a number of years professionally, and this is something that really takes me aback. And it's only something that I've seen maybe once or twice in handling whistleblower claims, both public and private sector.
And Russia potentially may now have access to sensitive American data through Elon Musk's Starlink. And this White House remains silent as questions mount. So was this catastrophic incompetence or something much more serious? This is Grim with GetTheRant. Make sure to like and follow and share the hell out of this video so the word gets out and people know what's going on.